The one of the cons I think like we realize is like, as we were like growing as a hell as a startup, and like we would like to be very agile, and we wanted to be like, we really wanted to empower our developers, not only our developers, but engineering, like Q&A, DevOps, backenders, frontenders, product owners, to do their decisions. But the struggle we hit it was like kind of like we were missing like the whole goal, like where we are heading. I think like Scrum is more like, I would even like argue is more for those like bigger organization where you have the
Okay.
luxury, like you can work on this one problem very like, like you draw borders, you set the lines, this is your playground, and you work here on this one problem. So where I'm heading with that is that basically we get to the point where the Scrum was like basically was like limiting us. It was slowing us down because like, yes, we came with the plan. We don't focus on like what is delivered at the end. All the burnouts looks good, but there's like no value for the customer because like
Okay.
it was like always like the going down, but never like, delivering the final stuff. Like, because like you can always like show that you're working on the tickets, they get done. There is
Mhm.
no result. We need you to think about how to get away from like just focusing on the work being done to really like deliver the value. And the difference is like in the Scrum, you're looking like what is the amount of work like to deliver this. And the biggest difference here is and this is very hard by the way to do, is switch to like what is your appetite. So instead of like saying like, okay, we need to do this feature, is like, okay, I am like, hey, we would like to get this feature because there's a
Mhm.
customer A who can pay for the, let's say 100K. And then, but I have an appetite of 3 weeks or like 5 weeks or 7 weeks and two front developers. And then the question is, instead of that, asking like, are we able to deliver exactly that feature? Is more like, what is possible to deliver in that time and with the
Mhm.
resources we get from that feature that make a value for the customer. So the decisions, or a lot of the decisions, are moved to the also developers about like understanding the problem, and then they can also always propose like why we are doing all of this if we need only like this little part is
Mhm.
90% and of the problem.